Welcome back or to the channel. In today's video we're going to be covering oil analysis utilizing a Caterpillar SOS sample kit. There's a lot of places you can get these oil sample kits from. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Caterpillar, but this is one that we chose to cover in this video. Here we're going to start the truck up just to get it to warm up the oil so we can suspend all the contaminants in the fluid. Once we get our results back, we will compare them to previous results we've gotten in the past. This is what Caterpillar would consider a SOS or service oil sample kit. You should be able to get it from any Caterpillar dealer, and they'll be able to look it up for you. Their pump number is, if you can see that, part number 590-7889. And we've done oil samples with a lot of other companies, Blackstone, OAI, which is who Amsoil uses up in Superior, Wisconsin. We've done them through Napa, and Napa I think sends theirs to some place in it or around Atlanta, Georgia. Might have a couple other places that they send them to as well, but for the most part, your independent or individual cat dealers, their big dealership should have, from my knowledge, their own on-site lab. So Yancey Cat here in Georgia, they have a dealership that has the lab on site up near Atlanta, so that's where this oil sample will go to. But if you purchase from this dealership, the oil sample goes to this dealership. If you purchase from another dealership, the sample goes to that dealership. You can't purchase from what I was told, you cannot purchase from like Yancey Cat and then submit it to another Caterpillar dealer near you. They should keep these in stock for the most part. They may not keep the pump, but the pump isn't too bad to get. They can normally get it in a couple days. So we're going to go ahead and cut this tube, get it set up, and take our sample. All right, so here we are. We're going to take an oil sample today. We're going to use a Caterpillar oil sample. It comes in a kit. This one was about $20 or so. They want it to be hot per the instructions. So that's what we did. We got it up to about 170-ish degrees. Running the motor, it will suspend in the oil all of your contaminants and everything, so you get a good reading. Comes with a length of tubing, packaging, all that stuff. We purchased our pump from Caterpillar. It's a pretty nice unit, wasn't too bad, 35 bucks. And we're gonna go ahead and take our sample through the dipstick. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this tubing out. We're gonna cut the end at a 45-degree angle. This will keep it from getting snagged on where the dipstick tube goes through the block. So cut that off at a 45, and then we're gonna measure the dipstick to this to give us our length, and then we're gonna take a sample. All right, so first off, the kit comes with a quarter-inch diameter tubing. For the Cummins 6.7, you're gonna need some of this Parker tubing. It's 3/16 OD by 0.025 wall, and I'll drop the link or the part number down in the description below so you guys can get this, but it needs to be significantly smaller than the quarter-inch. The quarter-inch will stop at the block where the dipstick tube actually goes into the block. It'll get hung up and you won't be able to push it any further down into the pan. Measure it to the length of the dipstick, mark it, and then cut it a little bit longer so you can get it into your bottle and your pump. All right, there you have it, 45 degrees cut. Now we're gonna go ahead and get our length for our dipstick. All right, once you got it all measured out, so you want to go from the tip of the dipstick to where it seats, and then you're just going to make a mark right here. All right, so we're just going to go in. and then you're going to leave a little bit extra to go into the top of the pump and down into your sample. All right, as you can see here, this is the 3/16 Parker tubing. It is input into the, or slid through the orifice in the pump, and then this top screw just kind of smushes as you screw it down, it smushes a O-ring, and then that collapses down to seal around the tubing. So this will take 1/4 inch down to 3/16 at this point, but I'm not sure how much further it'll go down, so just so you're aware. The Caterpillar one also has a sample port here, so if you end up installing a sample port on your truck at any point in the system, you'll be able to, if you had the room, you could get this in there, go to the sample port, push it in, draw some out into the bottle. But that's just another option that you have. Most of this you're going to see on bigger equipment. All right, so we're going to take our tube, we're going to insert it. We cut the bevel on it already, so it'll slide in fairly easy and not get caught on anything. Here's our mark right here. So we're gonna slide it into the mark. That should be about where the dipstick normally is. And then we're gonna take this and insert it into our pump. All right, so all you gotta do is put it in a little bit. You don't need it submerged into the oil once you start pumping. And then we're just gonna pump until this is full. You want it upright like this, rather than down like this for obvious reasons. You don't want anything coming out, and you don't want to contaminate your pump itself. All right, so we got 2 pumps and it already started filling. So we're just gonna go ahead and pump until we got it full. All right, now once you're done pumping, you wanna remove the entire tube length. I relieve pressure here so you don't have any more vacuum still trying to pump oil and stuff. So I just kind of loosen this, let it get rid of the vacuum, and then I ended up pulling the entire tube, still connected and everything. You don't want to pull this back through your pump, so if there's any oil or anything on the tube, you're not contaminating your pump again. So you're going to pull this, you're going to loosen, you can cut here, and then you can pull through this way. So, but you're going to remove your oil sample first. So remove your oil sample, cap it, cut, loosen, pull straight through. All right, and that should leave your pump completely clean.
All right, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you got something from it. As always, thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys on the next upload.